I will leave you with this. And there's going to be another one over there, too. Lovely. All right. Space news. Do space news for an hour, and then we start our racing. All right, let's see. All right. I'm just going to be back 1 second. I'll switch the title card, and then we'll go, dudes. All right, dudes, let's do this. Okay, so there really isn't much. That's why I let Satisfactory go. There's not much. We got some Starship update stuff, and that's about it. The news for space today is we got Blue Origin. We got the NS-19 mission in the morning. That's going off in about 15 hours from now. And I think that's all the launches this week. Let's take a look to see what else we have here. This is on rocketlaunch.live here. So we got NS-19 tomorrow. I'm going to pop in. I'll be here at 9. And I'll be here at 9. So, Blue Origin Space News. Okay. Shuttle. Okay. All right. So let me get rid of this stuff here, so I don't click on it by accident and be like, "Dude, oh, come on." All right. So let's go here. Blue Origin says congratulations to NS-16 and NS-18 on being awarded FAA Commercial Space Astronaut Wings. Cool. So that's Mark Bezos, Jeff Bezos. That's Oliver Damian, Wally Funk, Glenn DeRye, Chris Bostheisen, Audrey Powers, and I forget that guy's name. I think his name is like Spock LaForge or something. I don't know. Did we cover the Hubble Space Telescope being brought back from the dead again? Yeah. I didn't cover it, but I heard about that. Yeah, Hubble had some problems, but they brought it back. I think his name's like Legolas or something. I forget. Captain Keyes? Yeah, maybe. Leonard McCoy? Luke Picard. Yeah. That's his name. Yeah. Luke Picard. It doesn't say Shatner. No. But that's cool. Commercial Space Astronaut Wings. That's neat. Okay, so what else do we got from Blue Origin? NS-19 is go for launch tomorrow. Liftoff is targeted 8:45 Central, so that's 9:45 Eastern because no one cares about Central. 14:45 UTC. Captain Quirk? Bill Ackman? Dude Cisco. Yeah. I'm starting to think that the list of folks that didn't launch this week might be shorter. Yeah. You're not kidding. You're not kidding. All right, so all I know is he really likes climbing out. The Priceline Negotiator. No. That's the Trivago guy. Don't be stupid. Yep, Dano, I'll be covering that. Yep. Okay, cool. What else do we have? So Proton with the Express AMU-3 and AMU-7, that's going to be on the... Это не хорошо. Нет, давай. Okay. I don't know if I'll be around for that. I might be totally gassed because two launches in the AM, one of them on the day off, probably isn't going to jive too well. I might sleep through that one, which sucks because there's not many Proton launches left. Anyway, so next week we got a Starlink launch, Turksat 5, and CRS-24. Oh, whoa, we're 2 weeks out from Christmas almost. Oh dear. Okay, so yeah, as the year pretty much ends, there's not very many people that launch after the second the third week in December. That there's pretty obvious reasons. Because that's pretty much it. Everybody usually scrambles to get their launches in December, That's usually what happens. And then we probably won't see much until the second week of January. The Russians are going to shoot off that OneWeb 12 on the 27th, but they're going to do that because their Christmas isn't the 25th for a lot of Russians. So that's probably why they're doing it then. So, yep, that's the big one. That's the big one left right there. Got 3 Falcons, 1 from Vandenberg. Turksat 5 could go anywhere, and CRS-24 is going to go from 39A. I'm going to go ahead and guess that Turksat 5 is Pad 40. But, yep. Oh, there's a Launcher 1. There's a Launcher 1 satellite in there. Oh, jeez. And then OneWeb 12, and I think OneWeb 12 will cap off the end of the year. So we still got a lot of launches left. Because once again, everybody's going to scramble to get this stuff in before everybody goes on vacation. Why Ariane 5 French Guiana? That's their contribution to the James Webb Space Telescope. They gave us the launch for free. In return, they get access for James Webb for science. Access to James Webb for science. RocketLaunch.live is kind of outdated. Yeah, you know what? This is what RocketLaunch.live has up on Next Spaceflight. See that one right there? Yeah, I don't see Next Spaceflight doing this. The hell with UTC. That doesn't help me at all. Also, Webb couldn't fit in any other fairing at the time. I mean, Alex, Delta IV Heavy could launch James Webb. No problem. Yeah, Delta IV Heavy could do it. Falcon Heavy could. No, I don't think Falcon Heavy could do it. I don't think it'll fit in the fairing. Delta IV Heavy, though. Delta IV Heavy has a bigger fairing than Falcon does. UTC superiority. Yeah. No. So nervous about James Webb? Why? Why? It's going to be fine, guys. I'm not worried, dudes. Interesting, Jen. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, we do have a New Shepard launch at 9:45 tomorrow, 14:45 UTC. So that's good. We have a Starship video update here per NASA spaceflight, as always. There's the space news yawns, just as per usual. Just got back from working. Did you talk about Cybertruck yet? No. No, I have not. Not yet. Let me just compile a little more of this stuff. Hey, Adam, 50-month resub. All right, what's this article here? Saving the Shuttle simulator. It was an artifact that needed to be preserved. We hope to have it in place in the museum in April. This is by Eric. Let's see what he's up to here. Every astronaut who ever rode aboard the space shuttle, more than 350 of them, first sat in its full motion simulator. And even though the simulator was firmly on the ground, anchored inside Building 5 at Johnson Space Center, it was one hell of a ride. It was absolutely identical to what we flew, says Bonnie Dunbar, a former NASA astronaut who launched on the space shuttle 5 times from 1985 to 1998. It rolled over on its back. It would vibrate as you were going through launch and landed like a shuttle entry. If you wanted to go into space, you had to pass training in the motion simulator. After the space shuttle was retired in 2011, artifacts of the program were sent across the country to various museums. Precious little of the shuttle actually remained in Texas, where the program was managed and its astronauts were trained. Texas A&M sought to keep the full-motion space shuttle simulator. However, the chair of the Aerospace Engineering Department at Texas A&M, Dimitris Lagoudas, led the effort to raise $500,000 and move the simulator to the university's campus in 2012. The bulky simulator, with its extended runs of cables, had to be disassembled for the trip. Upon reaching the university, the simulator was put into a large building on campus with enough room to reassemble the simulator and put it on display. Unfortunately, shortly after this, the university unexpectedly lost control of this building. The simulator had to be moved into a smaller storage area, not amenable to reconstruction work. There it gathered dust. Oof. Oh, that's awesome. Any thoughts on spin launch deck? It's plausible. I just don't know why you wouldn't just use a first stage, but it's a different way of thinking about things. Maybe the lease expired or something, Solar. Or made there until Dunbar became a professor of engineering at A&M in 2016. She had the right blend of expertise as an astronaut and a curator, having served as president and CEO of the Museum of Flight in Seattle from 2005 to 2010. Dunbar was tasked with finding a suitable home for the simulator. After it became clear that Texas A&M did not have the space to refurbish and display the artifact, she enlisted the help of two Houston space legends, former Johnson Space Center directors George Abbey and Jerry Griffin. Hey, I've met Jerry Griffin. That guy's cool. All right. This Friends of the Simulator committee began searching for a final home and raising money to move and restore the simulator. Starting in 1976, every crew that flew on the shuttle onward trained on this simulator. It was an artifact that needed to be preserved, and this would not have happened without Bonnie. Okay. With their help, the pieces soon began to fall into place. The Lone Star Flight Museum, located in southeast Houston, near Johnson Space Center, agreed to become the new home for the simulator and provide adequate space for a public display. Carl Brainerd, who managed the simulator for 3 decades when astronauts trained on it, agreed to supervise its restoration. Finally, then director of Johnson Space Center, Mark Geyer, Mark Geyer just passed away the other day. Respect. Agreed to house the simulator during its reconstruction at the NASA facility, providing a safe place for restorers to meet and work. 2 tractor trailers delivered the simulator to NASA in Houston earlier this year, and by mid-November, with more than 4,000 volunteer hours invested so far, the interior of the simulator was completely restored. It was no easy task. The shuttle simulator with its motion base was an incredibly complex system. It trained not just crew, but also the flight controllers in mission control. This meant the simulator had to send a complete telemetry stream to mission control that would appear to be real to the computers there. Because the shuttle had a robust telemetry system, creating a high-fidelity simulation required lots of computing power, programming, and thousands of meters of cables. Additionally, all of the onboard systems had to be programmed to simulate not just launching and landing, but also thousands of scenarios and malfunctions. Visual displays had to be generated for the shuttle's windows, covering the entire mission from launch to landing, showing clouds, starfields, landing sites, the payload bay, the shuttle's remote manipulator system operation, and varying payloads for each flight. This thing is amazing, dude. Brainerd said there was no practical way the computer complex that was needed to run the simulator again could be reassembled. The electronics are now obsolete, and the museum would not have the resources to maintain and operate the simulator. Much of the restoration work has therefore focused on cleaning the simulator, reinstalling removed items, and ensuring that the static display looks and sounds just as it did during training simulations. A big project was replacing all the incandescent lighting in the cockpit with LEDs, plus purchasing new power supplies for the lighting. This is not as easy as it might sound. The internal illumination for all these switch panels was accomplished via 1,600 tiny incandescent bulbs that were soldered onto printed circuit boards on the back of the panels. Once we found LEDs of the proper size and rating it to fit into the available space, we had to unsolder the 1,600 bulbs and solder 1,600 LEDs in their place. During crew training for the final shuttle mission in 2011, STS-135, with the astronauts' approval, Brainerd recorded their simulator sessions. This means the restore team has cockpit displays, out-of-window views, and perhaps most notably all the internal cockpit conversation during the training. We will have those integrated videos on a TV in the rear of the cockpit and also at a console outside of the simulator. The audio will be piped into the cockpit via the simulator's original oral cue speakers. Therefore, a visitor to the simulator, it'll sound like a training session is in progress. Final restoration step is painting the simulator, scheduled to happen early next year, and building exhibits to put a display alongside of it. We're kind of in the home stretch. We hope to have it in place in the museum in April, in time to celebrate the anniversary of the first shuttle flight. You know what? Could they? I mean, dude, I've stood on the train, one of the shuttle trainers, the one at the Museum of Flight. This looks exact. It's pretty damn freaking close. Actually, it is. That's a shuttle cockpit. They literally just took a shuttle cockpit and just made it into a simulator. That's exact. Like, do you think they could, like, maybe tie the simulator into AWS or something? I mean, seriously, we don't have enough computing power to simulate the shuttle? No way. Dude, we could do that. Just tap it into a server farm. I did a full mock mission to the ISS in this with a full crew and mission control persons. I was the commander, of course. Landed it like butter. Oh, that's neat. Come on. You got the shuttle simulator? Like, they got the shuttle simulator and like, oh, we can't do all the computing. Really? There's no practical way that the computer complex that was needed to run the simulator again could be reassembled. The electronics are now obsolete and the museum would not have the resources to maintain and operate the simulator. Anyone want to make it so they can run the damn simulator? You know what this makes me want to do? This makes me want to build my own. Is that bad? I don't know what the hell I'd do with it. I mean, other than, you know, fly shuttle missions. Do you think, Tessa, that we could... We could make a simulator. We could make a simulator and we could interface it with Orbiter. I mean, I don't know. That would be tough to do because there's a lot of freaking buttons on the space shuttle. But all we could do is just make a fancy input for Orbiter and interface it with that, and it would be pretty damn close. C-22, if I had the space, I would do this. I would do it. I'd make the shuttle's cockpit. Sure, why not? That'd be a fun project. KSC still has an operational one. Yeah, but it's not like this. It's not as high fidelity as this one, is it? I know the person that have made the best shuttle simulator behind NASA. Oh, okay. You have pictures? Interfaces are quite modular these days, especially with an adept electronics engineer. See, last, that's why they can't run the full training simulator. Let me see. Not that they could not simulate it, but there isn't any current operating system that can run the code of that the simulator runs on. Emulators exist, Jaka. Look, I don't know that much about code, but I know enough about code where you could figure out a way. I think there's no, when they say there's no practical way that the computer complex was needed to run the simulator again, I think it's the museum doesn't have the resources to be able to keep it operational. I think it has more to do with that than anything. Space Shuttle FG add-on. Cool. That's really neat, W. It takes someone dedicated to it, and that's the impractical part. Yeah, but can you imagine? Space Camp should have gotten this thing. They should have just moved it to They should have moved it to Huntsville, man. Dear God, Gary, keep it down in the back. They did. How much power does the thing need to run? Probably a lot, Clayton. Space Camp KSC got one. Yeah, but yes, it's not. It can't be one of these. It can't be the same exact freaking simulator, can it? Like, how many of these things did they have? Why do you need 3 of them? Honest question. Yeah, exactly, Tessa. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think the museum doesn't have the resources. But honestly, guys, this isn't even like a mock-up. That's a shuttle. That's the shuttle's flight deck. Like, the same people that made this made the shuttle's flight deck. It's exact. I mean, even the Velcro strips are in the right spots. Like, I guarantee you could take this out and put it in Discovery and it would... I bet you it's modular with it. I bet you it's to that point. Oh, that's cool, S. Yeah, that's pretty damn exact, actually. I reckon 5K and you could rig this all up. Wouldn't that be a crazy project, dude? And Tessa, I'm not just talking like the flight deck, dude. I'm not talking about just putting the flight deck in your garage. I'm talking about like a full shuttle. The full shuttle pressure vessel, and have that literally on a gimbal so it can turn. Like, that's what I mean. Dude, if I had a warehouse at my disposal, I would seriously consider it. That would be amazing. Can you imagine? I'm talking like full motion simulator. You know, we'd have to start with something off the shelf, which would be expensive, but it could. Dude, I don't see why it couldn't be done. It would be amazing, though. On topic of restoring vintage space hardware, have you seen this video of the Apollo computer stuff? Is this Curious Mark? Yep. See, that's what I mean, dude. Curious Mark took the a real Apollo guidance computer and slaved it to Orbiter, and it worked. And now they're working with the S-band communications array. But if you go back and look, Curious Mark, like, I don't know this dude. I would love to talk to him, though. He took the Apollo guidance computer and they slaved it to a lunar landing mod for Orbiter. And it worked. Which is just really friggin' cool, to be honest with you. We won't go through the whole thing. There it goes. Look. Look at it go. Look at it. Oh, that's so legit, dude. This is like computer hot rodding, man. That's so cool. This is so cutting edge. I can't believe this is from 50 years ago. That's so ridiculous. That's just not okay. Yeah, Starch Face. Yeah, Tessa, right? Can you imagine Junkyard rating that? Look at the oh, that's so damn cool. Let's see. Yeah, freaking rope memory. So, the Apollo... Or no, this is core memory, I think. Well, it says it right on the screen, idiot. Yeah, look at that. How did he come to acquire that? I forget, dude. I honestly don't remember. You'd have to go watch the channel. Seriously, go watch Mark. Mark's is amazing. Really good. Like, I don't know the guy, to be honest with you, but... Here it is. Here's the one where he flies. Yeah. Look. He interfaced it to Orbiter, and it's freaking working. How the frick do you do... How the frick did he do that? Look, the computer flew the stupid thing. Yeah. Apollo 11, Neil Armstrong took manual control. He forgot to shut something off and then initiated the landing program, and the AGC had a stack overflow. The computer's like, yeah, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm trying to do too much right now. Just chill a second. Yeah, I don't know, tweets. That's so crazy, dude. Let's go to the beginning where he shows. Look at there it is. That's so nuts, dude. 1201 and 1202. That's right. Yep. It's still impressive, Tessa, but yeah. Look at that. That's crazy. It's fun. Dude, the computer's flying it, man. That's so cool. But anyway, yeah, Curious Mark is that channel's name. But you saying we couldn't do that with the shuttle? I think we could do that. Also, that was a really nice article from Eric, to be honest with you. That was a really nice article. Good. I'm glad one of the shuttle simulators got saved. Hey, weather guy. So, a little bit of a shift on space news here. Check this out. This is more car news than anything, but I think you guys would appreciate it. So this footage is coming from Chile AL100. Watch this. I'm gonna mute that just in case there's... I see cars. Guys, to be honest with you, I see cars. Okay, now I see a truck. So, driving around the test track at Fremont today was kind of the more production-esque version of Cybertruck. And I must say, they changed a couple of things. They're very subtle changes, but man, does it look nice. Yeah, that's the test track at Fremont. There's a bank track for product testing the cars. Dude, they did a couple of things. They made they swirled out the quarter panel. See that right there? Like the quarter panel goes out and then it goes back in. They did a couple of small things here and there, and I must say, it looks a lot better. It looks really, really freaking good. I think I may have X'd out of the tab of the still pictures of it, but look at that thing. That looks really freaking nice, actually. Show the comparison. Say please. No, I don't want to. Why do you want to see a comparison, Da Vinci? So they've changed some things. So first of all, the roof is a little more curvy. See that? See the roof line? That was straight on the old one. It's not straight now. It's convex, which is actually really nice. It looks like they changed a couple of things with the windows being inset. And they also swirled the quarter panel out, like it bows out and then it goes back in. And it looks like they made the vehicle just a little bit smaller than the prototype. But man, does it looks nice, man. I like it. I think the little changes made that thing look really, really good. Yeah, that's a big windshield wiper, huh? That's a big windshield wiper. No, I know, Tessa. Yep. Mm-hmm. I wish they would make the roof flat on top with another edge on the C-pillar. Yeah. The squeaky rain will rip that wiper off. I mean, I guess. Pit speed has always been 50. Anyway, it does look nice. So there was some footage of them driving around on the test track at Fremont. I'm betting the roof is actually to generate a little lift to reduce rolling resistance. No. $1,300 windshield wiper, Maggie. You can't. They won't let you change the windshield wipers. What are you, crazy? What are you, crazy, dude? No, from what I can tell, this looks like a big rig windshield wiper. And I don't think it's one big windshield wiper, guys. I think that's two blades next to each other. But I could be wrong. Who knows? Tesla wouldn't reinvent windshield wiper blades just for the Cybertruck. I mean, maybe they would. Who knows? But my guess is that that's two blades doing this. Two blades acting as one. And they probably just have a little bit of overlap between the blades, which explains why it's so wide. I do like the side mirrors that they put on them. Wide mirrors for towing. Very good. Yeah, no, that's smart. See how the mirror is on a huge lever? When you have a truck like this that's designed for towing, you need your mirrors to be a little further out than a regular car so you can see the entire trailer. That has towing mirrors, which is actually pretty cool. I like it. I really do. I honestly wish they made a long bed version of this. Seriously. One that has the bed that goes to here. And then it goes up like that and over. A long bed version of this thing would look awesome. Actually, screw that. You don't even need, you could just have this line go all the way to here. Freaking long bed Cybertruck would be sick, dude. That's cool. Dude, I dig it. I like the small changes that they made to it. It really looks nice. It was some uncanny valley from the original one. Here, this is the part where I'll show you this, Da Vinci. This doesn't look right. Something is wrong with this. It's not. It's like too long and it's too tall. It just looks strange, right? Something doesn't look right with this thing. But that, though, that looks way better. I don't know, there's a bunch of small, subtle changes, but that looks way better than that. That looks like a prototype. Let me put it to you like that. Yeah, it's a concept car. Yeah, Cybertruck is basically a concept car. You're not wrong. Yeah, but this, though, I mean, look at the difference. That's so... I don't know what they changed. Well, I do. They added a couple of different lines right here, right there. They curved that out a little bit. This looks much better. That looks much more like a road vehicle. I don't know if it's wider. I think they made it smaller. Oh, it's got 6 lugs on it. Cool. All right. So, Kuro, if we got 6 lugs, that means this is a half-ton. Half-ton truck. Well, no, 6 lug could also be 3/4 ton. This could be Cybertruck. Oh, it's 3/4 ton. I mean, those are heavy-duty lugs because it's 6 lug, heavy-duty axles. So, yeah, there's a little step right there. Entropy. Yeah, it's a step side technically, I guess. Are the windows impact-proof? I don't know. There's no light bar above the windshield. Yeah, you're right. I don't like this. That was always a little bit strange to me, but that looks really good. I really like that. That looks really nice. Yeah, I don't know what they like. I can see this and I can see this, but I don't understand why this just. It's the proportions. They screwed with the proportions somehow, but I think that looks a lot better. I don't see why you couldn't, right? Like, even from this angle, that looks really nice. It's like they... It's like they... Is it skinnier? Maybe, no. Or is it wider? I can't really tell. It's hard to say what, like... Because that just don't look right. Boy, that dang thing don't look right. This though, that looks really nice. Perspective? Well, I get the same vibe from this picture. Like, dude, that little sweep right there on the quarter really changes the entire shape of the vehicle. And I think it's smaller. It looks smaller. Yeah, Clayton, who doesn't? Yeah, I don't... Yeah. Huh. Yeah, this is too boxy. They needed to add some sweeping lines to it, and they did, and it really does look good. I think it might be... I think ArcSign, I think it's skinnier, and I think it's just a little bit shorter. More skinnier than shorter, because, once again, that just... Or is it wider and shorter? I don't know. Turns out nothing is different. Then why does this one look so much better, Wizard? That thing looks really... Like, dude, I dig it. I think it looks really good. I was like, about Cybertruck. I thought it was cool. But even these shots from this YouTube channel, Chili Al, like... Even the shots from this, it still looks good. Like, dude, it's just something's a little different about it. That looks really nice. I think the space between the top of the fender and the well, the body line, is smaller. It makes it look better. They really tightened up the design, Pete. It really does look good, man. I like it. I really like that truck. That's really cool looking. They tightened a couple of things up over the prototype, and it does look really nice. The tail slopes out slightly. The sides are tapered just a hit. The edges are rounded a bit so it's not as sharp. And the rounding of the windshield, a little different. Yeah, it's just subtle changes. And those subtle changes really make it look nice. It's really nice. I like it. That's what I want. Someone will do that. Someone will brodozer a Cybertruck and it'll look ridiculous. A bed cap for the Cybertruck would look really cool. Like that, but not tent. Like a bed cap for the whole thing. A brodozer. Yeah. Yeah, dude. You've seen brodozers. There you go. That brodozers. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. People can do whatever the heck they want with their vehicles. It's your canvas. You make it yours, right? I really don't understand taking a truck, which is a utility vehicle, and taking all the utility out of it. Here, let's make a truck, and let's lift it. Let's give it big wheels and big rims, and let's make it be worse at everything. Once again, hey, and whatever. Cars are people's canvas. You can do whatever you want. Tesla updated their website picture. The older one has a bigger back window. Cool. What kills me with Brodozers is the drop hitches. Like I said, Winter, let's take a truck and make it be worse at everything that it does. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm usually for smaller roulette, but I'm in favor of banning the Carolina squat or whatever they call it. Yeah, that East Coast rake thing going on. The squat, that's just strange. I'm not going to ban it, Pete. It's just, all I look at it, dude, is that's just basically, what they think they are when they going down the road. Man, I look really cool. Here's what I think when I'm going down the road. And once again, you do whatever you want with your car, but a squatted truck like that is basically a big billboard saying, "Don't drive near me because I'm an idiot." Like, that's the reality of the situation. You modify your car in a way that you want, and that does not make it so I won't judge you. And once again, people judge me for my taste. I like junks. Whatever, that's fine. They don't need to change. They don't need to regulate against anything, Pete. That's it's a really good way to figure out that this person is terrible at driving. It's a really good way to figure that one out. It's like when you see the Civic with the big wing. That person is not a good driver. It's like, oh yeah, okay, I'll just go over here. You can be over there. Yeah, Clayton, a long bed would be good, man. But see, like, that's what I mean. You modify your car however you want. It's your canvas. You do what you want. I just really don't understand the thought process between, hey, I'm going to buy a utility vehicle and then not use it for utility. And then I'm going to take all the things that it could do as utility and then just take that away. I'm basically just going to make it a big car. All right? But once again, people do whatever they want. You do whatever you want. Who knew, Pete, with all the load being transferred to the back wheels, that the thing might not handle very well, because the back wheels don't turn. Oh, cool, Smirks, the AC-75. Oh, yeah, okay, sweet. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, let's just take all of our load. Let's put the front wheels under tension. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put the front suspension under tension. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I won't get into an accident. It's gonna flip. Gonna flip, and that's what happens. But yeah, Brodozers, man. I'm gonna buy a utility vehicle and then not use it for that, and then take all the utility out of it, so it's just a vehicle. But I look cool when I'm doing it. It's like, all right, okay, I guess. Hydrodynamics, Smirks, are a hell of a drug. No, the keels on those things is what makes them work. But anyway, all right, that's cool. I think that looks very nice. That looks really nice. They really cleaned up the design a lot. It really looks good. I like it. I like it a lot. That thing looks pretty tight, man. What? I like all pickup trucks. I don't care if it's electric. That doesn't bother me at all. See last. Okay. I lived in Florida. Everyone has one of those. Oh, nice. That's good. And once again, hey, you do whatever you want to your car. I'm not saying don't do it, but, you know. All right, if you want to do that. You need one of these. A Sherp? There's already there's already a YouTuber from Massachusetts that has a Sherp. I don't need one. Anyway. So, let's get into the Starship news here. Let's see. That'll cap off space news, and we'll go from there. I don't know, Kuro. I'm not Tesla. So this footage is coming from Boca Chica Gal, coming from Mary over at NASA Spaceflight. NASA Spaceflight is nice enough to let us review this footage pretty much unabated here on stream. So make sure you go over there and support them. If you support them over there on their YouTube channel, you know, it helps me here. You could be the first Twitch streamer from Massachusetts with a Sherp. I don't want a Sherp. What the hell am I going to do with the Sherp? Not really, yes. I would much prefer the trucks that I have over a Sherp. I'm dead serious. You could drive it through the harbor. I put things into the harbor I don't like. Yeah, right, Grapes? I'm not sure what we're looking at there. GSE-4 test tank at the launch site. We haven't seen that thing primed in a long time. Is racing now or in an hour? 6 minutes. In fact, I should put this video in fast forward. Because we're racing early tonight because of the new Shepard launch, baby. I'm gonna try putting racing in the mid-hour segment, guys. I wanna see what happens here. See what happens doing that, but I wanna check this out. They're still doing work on the chopsticks, and I still can't really figure out what these things are for. Maybe some kind of stabilizer or something. The scale, dude. The scale always gets me. Again. Look at the people standing next to this thing. Bruh. They lock the booster in the ship to prevent swaying. Got it. Yeah, stabilizer. So it's a vehicle stabilization system for the chopsticks. Got it. That's a lot of panels. A lot of tiles. That's right. How's that work with not after hours rules on commentary? Keep it PG-13, Poison. That's how. Did you get your oil plants up and running? No, but I have the blueprint for it in my head, B-Monies. It's a lot bigger. 116 fuel generators, dude. That should make it so we never have to worry about power again until we get near nuclear. They lock into the bottom pins. Oh, I see him. I see him, Thomas. Okay, cool. Dude, hold on a second. It's a pulley. Huh. Are you going to express your anger when you crash? No, because I'm not tired, so I shouldn't even get to that point. Hopefully. Hopefully. Booster quick disconnect test. Oh, that's so freaking cool. All right, I'll check that in a second. I don't know, man. That sounded angry. It's NASCAR. You're gonna crash. Your brain has a shell on it. What is this? Multi-stage pump lifted into place. Okay. Chat, explain. Is this a Tesla valve or something? Axial pumps? Oh, an axial impeller. Okay, I get it. What the heck? Bro, this thing though. It looks like that looks like our oil pipeline stuff in Satisfactory. Think turbojet but with the liquid. So it's a liquid axial pump. Got it. Damn, that's cool. Oh, gotta torque him down. Torque it to spec, baby. Yeah, baby. Torque it to spec. That's what it's all about. Oh, yeah, baby. Sorry. The multiverse is expanding. What is that gonna pump? It's some kind of cryogenic X, but I'm not exactly sure. What does that thing do? Guys, that's the pump. That's the thing that like will pump fuel to the pad and whatnot. It's on the lock side of the tank farm. It's gonna pump LOX. Or liquid nitrogen. You can tell that it's gonna pump liquid nitrogen because of the way it is. See? Because of the way it is. That's the Keenan advantage. What is liquid nitrogen used for? A bunch of different things, dude. And starting the engines for one. The proof is in your pudding. The pudding is in your pants. I'm just dandy. I got a bowl of chocolate pudding down my underpants. We didn't have any pudding in there, buddy. Yeah, I know, Pete. I'm with you on that one. Dude, NSF with the freaking trick shots here. Truck. What's the length and width of your mega factory? What part? What part of Jamaica? I know, Swap, right? Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. They're building this stuff out in the field, man. They still build Starship outside, which is just... Okay. Does that say SN 28 or 23? What were all the tapes on the tiles? It's taped to hold the glue. Hold it in place so the glue solidifies. 23. Yeah, okay. It was started on October 21st. The wide bay. They've already started putting the siding on that thing, man. Man, that building is gonna be big. Guys, so this is the wide bay, the new integration building that SpaceX is building. And dude, I always say this every stream. You know, you see it, right? And you think you understand the scale, but then you see the guy on the lift right there, and you see how tall that guy is right there, and then you realize that this building is not small. Like, see the guy standing on the man basket right there? That's okay. Okay. How tall is the tower that catches the rocket? 500 feet. Yeah, the tower's gonna be at least 3 times as big. I have a vision. No, that wide bay is going to be a little bit taller than the high bay that's right next to it, man. Like, look at this shot, dude. Look at how tiny the people. Oh man, we even got tiny people. Little bits. Little bits. Guys hitting the bolt in, and then they're gonna attach the bolt in the loose position to mock everything up. Damn, boy. Thick, boy. It's a big ass boy. Damn. Can the high bay and the wide bay be tied together? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna happen. A little windy up there today. That's the access hatch for a Starship. There's a permit required. You have to know the password. The password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, right, Ice? Definitely. It's amazing. You got the same combination on my luggage. Why 500 feet? Is that to avoid having to wire those flashing lights on it? Why 500 feet? Because that's as tall as the stack is on the orbital launch table. They have to follow OSHA rules for confined space permits. Is there anything that you can do on a construction site that OSHA doesn't have a permit for? Just genuine curiosity. Do you need a permit to poop on the construction site? Breathing? Okay. How will such large buildings withstand hurricanes? Lots of steel. Malachi, it's probably designed to be vented. Those panels, that paneling on the side of the building isn't airtight, right? It's not airtight. It's like the VAB. The VAB is hurricane proof because it can let air flow through it. And if positive pressure happens, if too much positive pressure happens inside of the VAB, it just blows out the panels. That's what it was designed to do. I'd assume that these buildings are the same. You know that there's a permit to be dead? Can I have your gun when you are dead? How? Good engineering. That's how. No. The 500-foot limit username is not because they didn't want to put blinky lights on the top of the tower. It's not because of that. It's because that's how tall the tower needs to be able to catch this stuff. And not have the booster hit the ground when it catches it. I'm no expert, but I think pooping needs to be done in a approved facility. You don't know that for sure, Nev. You shouldn't guess with these things, okay? Don't assume. Okay, that makes a porta potty out of you and me. Anyway, here's this RGV picture. They moved booster number 5 over here. And it looks like SpaceX is putting out they're paving a lot of concrete out here. I'm not 100% sure what all this is for. And I'm not really sure what they're going to do with this booster here. And why they're bolting the test stand to it. And then the Dinglebop over there, the dynamic load simulator, is just chilling. I thought that thing was going to go here and they were going to put 5 on it. But no, they just put 5 straight up on this concrete slab. I don't get why they did that. All right, Sun Temple, see you. Wouldn't you want the dynamic simulator for that, Tessa? Maybe Booster 5 is there for the presentation. Yeah, it's possible. Is 5 just a test article? I don't know. I really don't. I have no idea. If you want to launch all the time, you need a lot of vehicles. I mean, I guess. You good? You look like you're about to fall asleep. I always yawn during Space News, Mac. It happens. Also, the extra Starship display area in between 15 and 16. This is kind of where vehicles go to retire. Yeah. Could 5 be part of that thing I told you about? You would need to test it with something, goalie, so... Yeah, it could be. It's possible, dude. Alright. I gotta turn on the AC. Hopefully it doesn't start making funny noises again. It's getting pretty toasty in here. We're above 20°C in this room right now. And I have the heat off. I have the heat off in this room during the winter because the computers are great heaters. Can I post a link that shows some 3D render of Starship in the launch ring? You may have seen it. Yeah. Yeah, mods, can we get Cosworth82 link perms, please? If anybody's around. If nobody's around, I'll take care of it. It could be a Pathfinder, Tessa. Yeah, that's why they moved it. But, you know, you'd think you'd just see, like, counterweights here where the COPVs are. Cosworth, post the link, dude.
Discovery, go at throttle.
Hey, Kerbal King, what's up, man?
This video is sponsored by...
Oh, yeah, Marcus House. I know Marcus. Marcus is cool. Which one do you want me to see, Cosworth? Excited for racing? Yep. We'll be doing racing momentarily. Maybe the Dinglebop needs to stay where it is for unknown reason. Well, the Dinglebop's right there. The Dinglebop is what we referred to as the dynamic load simulator because until we figured out it was the dynamic load simulator, I had no freaking clue what that thing does, and neither did anybody in chat. It just looked like a bunch of pipes and stuff, so we just called it the Dinglebop. I don't know. But we figured out later that it's a dynamic load simulator. It's basically a bunch of hydraulic jacks around the exterior, and then you take this cap piece right here, and you put that on top, and then you have steel cables connect the top cap to the hydraulics, so it basically crunches the booster. It's a big hydraulic press for a booster. You would use that to simulate compression loads that would be encountered during launch, and maximum dynamic pressure, amongst other things. Now, the crazy part about this is, guys, is that if we go back to the NSF footage, right?
Go at throttle up.
You go back to the NSF footage over here, they showed booster 6, so to speak. That's booster 6. And if it looks too small, that's because it is. It's the top of a booster, no grid fins, no nothing, mated to the center of a booster. See the part with the stringers right there? It's this top section mated to one of those things. There's no rings in the center. So Fellas, I am not 100% sure what the heck's going on right now with this thing. It's about 2:30 showing the launch pad render. Okay. Okay, at 2:30. Yeah, there's the gas shooting out. Okay. This is what you wanted to see from Marcus's video? Let me take a look, Cosworth.
That sit between each hold down.
Yep. That's Marcus here. Let's see. That's when they tested the nitrogen systems there. Converted a Prime Gaming sub to a Tier 1 sub. I just did a resub. Oh. Well, that's good. Yeah, there's the hold down. Yep. We watched this thing get built, Cosworth. That nitrogen outgassing system is to start the outer engines, I think. What does Marcus say? Hold on, let me back it up.
Orbital launch ring. It is speculated by Lab Padre and the group that this is coming from the quick disconnect or QD arms that sit between each hold down clamp coming from the launch ring. Now, this is something that I haven't really talked about in the past actually, so it's probably a good time to explain how I think this is all to be used.
Yeah. I gotcha. I don't want to show too much of Marcus's videos. I don't know if I have his permission to. I probably should ask him. But yeah, excerpts are okay. But yeah, that orbital launch platform is gonna be tough, man. That's a lot of hardware. A lot of things need to go right to get that thing to work. Huh. Can I see the animation? This is, I think BI3D did this one.
This is...
Yeah. Yep. It's not that I worry, Mac. It's that I respect other spaceflight creators. And I always try to give credit, and I always try to make sure I have permission. If not, I think what we should be doing is supporting these space creators if we can't show the footage. So, if I just show Marcus's entire YouTube video here, he doesn't make any money off of his work. So I only show clips if I don't have permission. Now, NASA Spaceflight, I have permission to show the entire video. That's no problem. They made it clear that they're okay with it. So, with my fellow spaceflight creators, I try to be very, 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 very straightforward about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That feeling when I come in thinking I'm going to try racing with you guys tonight, only to realize you're starting early and I'm waiting on stuff to download. How's it going? Hey, Viper, what's going on? All right, guys, there's 2 videos left to show, and they're quick ones from Relativity. But yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing with those boosters, dudes. We'll figure it out. We got 2 tests from Relativity Space here, 2 videos. They're very quick, so we'll watch that, and then it's time for racing. Oh, there is one more thing here. Check this out while we're on Starship stuff. Whoop. The orbital launch pad quick disconnect hood was tested. Yeah, Procyon, that's why we're doing racing now, so I can get up early for the Blue Origin launch. That's cool, man. Fellow creators on the whole. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Poison. I'm generally pretty careful with that stuff. You should ask before you show someone, before you, like, if I want to watch, like, an entire video, like, it's probably better to ask. Anyway, and if they say no, they say no. So what? That's fine. You know, like, I wouldn't like it if somebody was just taking my entire YouTube VODs and just re-uploading it to their channel. That's like, why would, I don't know why someone would bother doing that with like 13-hour videos, but hey, whatever. When is the next Hunt the Streamer event? Next year. Anyway, relativity time. Gas purge sound suppressor. See how the gas shot out at the very end? They pressurized water and gas in the tank, and the gas goes up, the water goes down, they forced it through it. This is Relativity's sound suppressor at LC16. Ah, see? See? They got the yellow handrails too. That's aesthetic as frick, boy. See? They got the yellow handrails, man. They know. Relativity knows what's good. Tim Ellis knows what's up. OSHA is pleased. That's a sound suppressor, guys. What this video is well, actually, this is a sound suppression system. So why are they just spraying water over their launch pad? Well, when the rocket takes off, right after it goes past where these sprinklers are, the sprinklers turn on and do. So rocket would be right here, where as my mouse went up. The idea is that the flames of the rocket go through the plume here, a plume of water. The plume of flames go through the plume of water. And what that does is it dampens out acoustic vibrations, because sometimes when rockets launch, the vibrations go off the ground and back up. It can actually damage the vehicle on the way up, like right at liftoff. That's something that, you know, like, you don't really see much, and it's something that Kerbal doesn't really teach you much at all either. But it's something that's really important to understand in real life. You need to spray the pad with water, or else if you go bone dry out the flame trench, you're going to damage the rocket. They actually had a problem with that on STS-1 way back in the day. The SRBs actually overperformed and lofted the trajectory a little bit because they hadn't been tested before, right? First shuttle launch, put John and Bob on there and fly. Put John and Bob on there and fly it. The SRBs actually overperformed and they damaged the shuttle's tiles on ascent. Yeah, pretty crazy. You're overthinking my comment. I'm overthinking my comment about overthinking your comment, Mac. Dude, it's in the past, bro. Don't worry about it. I've already forgotten about what we were talking about. So you have to spray like right above the pad, and then you spray into the flame trench. Now, it's important to understand that a pad deluge system and a sound suppressor are two different things. This is a sound suppression system. A pad deluge system is when you spray it below the launch plate. So there would be water spraying down here, or water spraying into the flame trench. Sound suppressors and pad deluge systems are both involve spraying copious amounts of water in certain places, but they're different. Those are two different things. The water absorbs the energy. That's right. Sound does cause damage. They reinforced the tail of the KC-135 because the TF-33s were warping the tail of the aircraft. Huh. I didn't know that, D21. That's cool. But yeah, no, sound acoustics can cause resonant vibrations that, well, D21, if it's one thing that I've noticed about anything that flies through the air, resonant vibrations are bad. It's like crossing the streams. Wait, Egon, you said cross the streams. Egon, I thought you said crossing the streams was bad. Okay, good safety tip, Egon. Okay. Launch rockets out of artificial lakes. Sea Dragon has entered the chat. Rocketer. That's cool, D21. I didn't know that about the KC-135, but yeah, you got to. You can cause stress cracks. Like with the KC-135, it'll cause a fracture in the aluminum. And if the aluminum fractures, you got to cut it out. If you don't, like physically, you got to cut it out, like amputate that part that has that stress fracture in it. Because, yeah, if you just try to repair it, it'll make it worse. Big chungus. Big chungus. Yeah. Sound suppression system? I'll just launch my rocket underwater. Okay. Anyway. So here's the next video coming from Relativity. They did a Rainbird test there. And what's this one? .3D printed engines, dudes. All, like, wholly 3D printed. That was For All Mankind. No, Rocket Guy did, Forfa. Let me see this again. Relativity's new E4B test stand. Where is this? Oh, there's twin test stands, left and right. Maybe not. I don't know. In the woods. Is this at Stennis? Yeah, okay. Hey, Ollie, what's going on? Is EJ an actual aerospace engineer? Def, I'm self-taught. I'm self-taught. It's to the point where I can fool people, but no, not an aerospace engineer. I can hold my own, but you don't see me building these things, do you? You know, if I was, I'd be building them. But I can hold my own. Been doing this for like a decade, man. Yeah, it's fun, man. Rockets are cool. I just really wish that I'd realized that rockets were cool like 15 years ago instead of 10 years ago. That would have been better. I like your streams very much. Thanks, guys. No, I read, guys. Like, okay, so I sit here and I, want to teach people about space and space flight and stuff, dudes. But that's the thing. Like, I can't do that and not go and take the material seriously. Like, I'm not gonna learn and understand how spaceflight works from freaking Twitter, dude. I read NASA technical resources all the time. I read rocket propulsion elements. I am very smart. No, I do my work. I do my due diligence here to make sure that I can answer these questions that people are going to ask. And sometimes I don't know the answer, but sometimes, if it's one thing that I'm figuring about engineering, that I'm understanding, and the more I learn about engineering, the more this is an important thing to understand. If you don't know, just say you don't know. Don't try to, only guess if the crap hits the fan. You know what I mean? So, it's still a lot to learn. But, if you want to learn about rocket engines, I can teach you that. That's no problem. The other thing is that I have a lot of people that work in the industry that watch the stream that help me understand this so I can teach it better. What training do you have? Nothing. I have no formal training as an aerospace engineer. I can work with CAD systems. That's what I went to school for. Well, Mac, chat delay, but yep. Crack-a-laggin'! Hey, I'm always lurking, but I just wanted to say that your content is awesome. Thanks for sharing the knowledge. Now back to lurking. All right, crack-a-laggin'. Lurk away, my dude. Do you want to work in the space industry? Yeah, that would be great. That'd be fantastic. It kind of depends, I guess. Kind of depends on what I'm doing. But yeah, sure, that would be fantastic. Poison, honestly, EJ has a better grasp on the material. A lot of the students I see walking out of universities with degrees, some of it on a higher level focus, some of it on low level. There's some thermo and aero mathematical you'd have to work hard on to pick up. Math is the ends to the means, Poison. I got over my fear of mathematics a long time ago. Then again, I don't know if in a regular school setting I'd be any good, but Who knows? But the core of it all he actually understands rather than just knowing the math without understanding it. Well, okay, cool. Hey, I'll take that, man, for self-taught. That's not bad. But what have you learned at school? I was joking about reading too much. I know, man, I know. I do read too much, Clayton. What? Like, I know, like, I look like just every regular other person. Guys, I'm a freaking nerd. I nerd the hell out with this stuff. Like, I want to know intricacies. I want to know the details. I'm very, very obsessive about that. It's just how I am, you know? Not space related, but a lot of us in southeastern Missouri and surrounding areas are under a level 4 severe risk warning tonight, so we could all use some positive vibes. All right, well, I got you. Oh, I'm about to race Draco. That's probably not gonna... Okay. Hey, I'll keep you in my thoughts, though, all right? Was there a sub gifted in there? City Skyline Airports DLC. Ooh, we should watch that. For self-taught, that's freaking amazing. Well, you guys have helped me get there. How the frick do you kill the big green magic fire thingy? With a gun. Have you watched Everyday Astronaut Soviet Rocket History video? I have not, Doddle, but I'm pretty good with my Soviet rockets. But probably not to the extent of Tim's video, but I know my stuff over there. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet. See last. Yeah, the airport DLC. I see it. Serious. Mm-hmm. As a fellow autodidact, this is awesome. What's that word mean? As a fellow sorry, I have to. Oh, self-taught. Okay, cool. Right on. Self-learner. Yeah, no, yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. But yeah, like I can hold my own with engineers. I can explain stuff and engineers will be like, yeah, all right. Like, dude, there have been conversations that I've had with people that work at NASA. They're like, okay, where'd you go to school? I'm like, Full Sail? And they're like, they don't have an engineering program. I'm like, yeah, I know. I know. I went there. Oh, boy. I know that most of your knowledge is from curiosity, and I like it, but I want to know, what have you learned from university? Can make 3D models for video games if you want. Yeah, Fractal, I've had that conversation before. Yeah. But yeah, guys, yeah, it's just because I like this stuff. I live and breathe it, man. Every day. 100%, and I've been playing Kerbal since 2012. And I've been reading and learning and understanding about rockets since basically the beginning of 2011 is when I decided I wanted to start learning about space. Yeah, self-teaching is a long and arduous thing, but I like it this way, man. I like learning this way. I like teaching myself. You know why I like teaching myself? Because the only way you're going to learn it is if you do it. No one's going to help you. I mean, people will help. Like, people in chat help, but I can't go and like pick and choose what to learn, right? There's no curriculum. You have to make it. You make your own damn curriculum, and it's tough this way.
Discovery.
And don't get me wrong. If you wanted to be a rocket scientist, don't do this way. All right. This is not a good way to just go to school and do it. You know. EOQ 11-month resub. But yeah, it's fun, man. It's enjoyable. It's taken a while, but I'd like to think that I understand it. Learning that way, you then turn around and teach it better than academia. I mean, Poison, once again, it's a firm creed of mine that if I can't teach it to somebody, I don't fully understand it. You don't fully understand something until you can communicate it to somebody else. Now, with that's my personal creed. Not everybody's going to be a good teacher, but I think having a fundamental grasp and being able to boil it down into very basic terms is a mark of true understanding. You know what I mean? I do not condemn you for this. On the contrary. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. I can say this. I work at NASA myself. Each has a significant amount of knowledge about... Yeah, Mac. Well, there you go. But yeah, not an engineer, but I play one on Twitch. Does that help? Oh, alright, Fullboy. That's cool. Anyway. Alright, guys. It's time for racing. Yeah, I may have lifted that from Richard Feynman. I'm pretty sure I did, S, to be honest. That's probably where I heard that from. I mean, guys, I do dives into, like, all kinds of stuff, dude. Like, I was talking about it the other day on stream. I do dives into psychology and psychological archetypes and stuff like that to find better ways to communicate spaceflight, because I care about it so much, you know? Like, oh, thanks, Jan. Right on. Got the link for where it is on the maps. Using the other internal combustion engine. Yep. But I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express. Time for racing completely ignores my city post. Here, I'll put this up on the screen, and we'll end space news with this, just for you, Sirius. Do you want me to wipe the drool off your lip too? Do you need to hold my hand when you go to the bathroom? Oh, this is what this game is needed. Well, looks like Cities is back on the menu, boys. That's a really, really weird glide slope. I love the moments when your wife enters on the stream. Yeah, she does that. Fiance right now. I'm not married yet. Oh no. Look at all this. Oh, you have gates and terminals and stuff. If there's a terminal designer in this, we're gonna have a cities. I'm gonna need like an entire week devoted to cities. All right, is everybody cool with that? If they put taxiways and stuff and like runways and gates and terminals and whatnot, yeah, I'm gonna need like a week for cities. What about Railroad Online? What about it? We're talking about cities right now, Bandit. Don't whataboutism me, you punk. A Connie. Concorde and a Connie, and like those look like de Havilland Sea Vixens. Constellation. Lucky Constellation right there. On display. Antonov 124. Boeing 747. I saw an A380 as well.